Hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. How are you today? This is the Time Brigade, and I'm Brigadier Sushil Bhasin, a time consciousness coach with my series of goal setting. We are talking about in this series Get It, Set It. That's my goal setting program, which I run on Saturdays, right? Now, I'm going to be covering a few aspects of goals for 2021. So far in the last about 1 week, I've been doing a short session of about 15, 10 to 15, and sometimes it's gone to 20 minutes on a particular aspect. Yesterday, we spoke about rituals, and I said I will talk again. So, I'm going to be talking about rituals today, and just before I do that, let me do a little recap. So, we started this program with an idea of what is different in 2020 and 2021. These two twin years have presented us a situation which we never ever had before. 2020 had given us a lot of surprises, and the whole world was taken by that surprise. We learned a lot, it toughened us. Some people crumbled under pressure. Some people managed to survive, and some are still struggling to survive. Whereas many people did not only revive, but even thrived. And that is what we need to know. What did those people do who thrived? And what is it that makes you thrive even in face of crisis? 2021 is a very different year, and we aren't really looking at the new year 2021. We are looking at a new environment, a new world, which some people say normal, new normal. No, it is never new normal. Is pollution, the world we were living in till last year, the polluted world, the terrorist world, how do you call it, normal? I think we have to look at a new environment, and the world keeps changing, and it has been changing ever, and this is another change. This change came a little out of the pattern. It was thrown out of the normal pattern, like waves go up and down. So it was a little different, but all the same, it is just a change. So let's view at the new world that we are going to be facing, a world of not only challenges, not only uncertainty, but also hope and aspiration. So we need to look at the new year with a different lens, with a different perspective. Okay. And now we are going to be talking about this aspect of rituals. How do rituals help us when it comes to goal setting? So, when we go into the complete process of goal setting, we said that one thing that really dominates every other goal setting or time management process or procedure or tools, technologies, is that one single factor of self discipline and habits. And when I spoke about that about 3 days back, I also said that habits and rituals. And yesterday, I spoke about what are rituals and why do I spell them as RICHuals. Why do I do that? Because I feel that a ritual is makes you rich with your habits. And that's why I plan to call them, or I like to call them rituals, right? Now, what is a ritual? And I'm just revising it for those who may not have seen yesterday's video. And I strongly recommend that if you are a late entry into this program, it'll be very good if you go and view the other 6 to 7 videos before this in a sequence so that you can follow them up and understand them well. This is my way of sharing my knowledge and my experience with my friends free of cost so that you can all benefit from it. All the same, all those who really want to look at hand holding, want to set their goals very well, then you need to attend my masterclass on Saturdays, 4:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Okay, the next one is happening on next Saturday and not this Saturday. Right. So, coming back to what is a ritual? A ritual actually involves a sequence of activities involving gestures, words, actions, or any processes that are performed as a chain of events in a set sequence. Now, rituals may be prescribed by the traditions of a community, including a religious community, like a marriage ritual or a ritual of going into the temple and all that. But we are not talking of those. We are talking about rituals as in the context of setting goals as related to habits, right? So, rituals, if I may say so, are ultra specific, step by step processes that we follow, which are easily repeatable and help you to get a specific outcome. I like to repeat that. Rituals are ultra specific, step by step processes or instructions or directions that are easily repeatable and help you get a specific result or an outcome, right? Now, I would say that if you look at an example, whether it is your exercise ritual in the morning or the evening ritual or a study ritual, like I'm doing a program for students for exams. So, how do you set your exam ritual or your study ritual? Anything like this could be called a ritual. Now, I've been getting a lot of questions from my students to say, what is the difference between a habit and a ritual? Well, really speaking, they are quite similar, right? But still, they are not interchangeable. They are related, but they are not inter-exchangeable. Why? Because habits and rituals have a little difference, and that is rituals, I would say, are habits plus plus, or you could say habits version 2.0. Okay, that is what habits are, rituals are. So, rituals are more than a habit. Now, let me try to explain that today, and that is how are they more popular or more effective than habits? I did cover this yesterday. Today, I'm going to be talking about the three reasons why we say that rituals are better than habits. So, the first reason is that rituals can encompass multiple habits. So, it becomes a bundle, it becomes a bouquet of habits, which becomes one ritual. For example, when you get up in the morning, so you get up in the morning, say your gratitude, go for your to the washroom, brush your teeth, come back, do an exercise, say your prayers, say your affirmations, prime yourself. All that could become a morning ritual, which means it has got about 6, 7, 8, 10 activities that you do in the morning in a particular sequence, and that becomes a ritual, right? Now, when you think of a habit, you normally think of one specific action that you will do over and over again, and that's it. But when we are talking of a ritual, we are making it into a bundle, as I said, and therefore habits are single focused, and rituals are a combination of habits. It's a group of habits, right? Now, what is the difference? Okay. Second thing. Sorry, I'm talking about now the second aspect, and that is habits are as not as specific. They are a little vague, but rituals are very specific. So, for example, uh, you know what you say to yourself that, oh, I need to exercise more. I need to take care of my health. and then I'll go out in the morning every day for a run. Now that's a habit. So you get up in the morning, go for a run. Get up in the morning, go for a run. Becomes a habit. You get up in the morning, so getting up in the morning becomes a habit. Going for a run in the morning becomes a habit, right? But what if you say that I will get up at 5:30 and go for a 1 mile run every single day, or I will go for I'll get up at 5:30 and do my exercise including my run from 5:30 to 6:30 or 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock 5 days a week, Monday to Friday. Now, this becomes a ritual which is more specific and which is more oriented to goals, where we also say goals must be specific. So, habits are generally a little generic, they are a little vague, they are ambiguous, whereas rituals become absolutely clear and unambiguous, they are very specific, right? Now, let's come to the third one, which is very, very important, and that is habits may not have a system, rituals have a system. Okay, that means when you consistently take action in something over and over again in a proven, tried out, step by step action plan, then that becomes a very effective way of getting your results, right? So I don't know how many of you have read this book, Getting Things Done by David Allen. Very good book. Please see if you can get a copy of that book. Also, get a copy of my book, $1,000,000 Second, which will give you some of these very important tips on time management. And Getting Things Done is also on a website, and you can have this installed or visit this website to get an idea of how you can bring in productivity in your life by using the right processes, including rituals, right? Okay. So now this is what I wanted to talk to you about, the difference between habits and rituals. What I'm going to cover now is, yesterday we spoke about a morning ritual. Now there are many other rituals in the day. For example, my intellectual ritual. So I have a schedule in which I set up my timings for particular things. So let's say there's a time for my self-development. There's a time for my writing. So whether I do podcasting, I watch videos, I write, shoot videos, etc., etc. I've set a time for that. And in this time, that becomes my ritual. And in that ritual, there are specific things I will do every single day. For example, I have a ritual in the morning in which I will watch at least 3 TEDx or other professionally oriented videos that are there to increase my knowledge about the subject that I teach, whether it is goal setting, whether it is time management, or whether it's leadership in general, right? So now that becomes a specific way of using that time. Now I've got a system, and that is evolving around a very interesting concept of a pattern that is followed in life, which is like a wave. Okay, so you see that a time, so we're going to be talking about this wave related to time, and I call it the time wave. When we are looking at the pattern that a wave follows, you know that the wave goes up and down, up and down. Okay, if it's a high tide, it goes high and down. If it is low tide, it's low and down, low and down. Okay, but there's a pattern. But what happens when a tsunami comes? What happens when a storm comes? It is different now. It is different. And what is different is that the pattern gets broken. That's what happened in COVID. That's what we've gone through in 2020. The pattern was broken. The pattern that I'll go to office every day, come back, was broken. The pattern that I can call for a cab anytime was broken. I can go to the shopping mall and shop was broken. Amazon was not available. So all those patterns got broken. And we had to now live within the circumstances that we faced. Let's come to how do we use the system of time wave. So I say Please plot your day according to your individual style, your particular way your brain is wired, how you are comfortable. So, first thing is your prime time. Now, what is a prime time? Prime time is the time when you are absolutely fresh, relaxed, and your mind is absolutely like able to receive the best input capability. Now mark that as your prime time. Some people could say 5:30 to 8:30 in the morning. For me, it is 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. at night. So everyone may have a different prime time. This is the time I will put all my rituals of my intellectual work, my writing, my reading, I'll put it in that. Then, when you are involved in it and you get stuck, you can also go on and extend that after my breakfast, when I start my work again, it could be prime time because I'm quite fresh. I reach my office, I start working. 9 to 11 could be my prime time again. I put all my best work in that. And then I start getting a little mentally fatigued. So I have a cup of tea, I have a break, I listen to music, I could do anything to have a little short break, rejuvenate myself, and now I'm going to continue, but my energy's gone down a little. It is now dipping down. So what I do, I now take on all routine jobs which don't require too much of my brain work. There are routine things like checking your mail, like making your phone calls, writing letters, and all that stuff, which is routine stuff, paying bills and all that. Then you get quite fatigued, a lot of calls, visitors, this, that, and the other. And then it comes to about 12:31 where you are really tired, you're sleepy or whatever. Take a long break. Now, in your lunch break, you could have your lunch for 20 minutes, have a nap for 20 minutes, listen to music, etc., and you are greatly done. Now, when you have that long 1 hour break and you have found your way, whether you go for a walk, you sing a song, you have a pet and you pet a pet, whatever you do, but you re energize yourself. And now I say you come to an upslope. And upslope is again your energies come up and you do your second priority jobs. So if you have a clear idea of what is your prime time, your downslope, your upslope, and your trough. If you have these four coordinates marked and you use them properly, then you will be able to get the best out of your time by making this a ritual. So your prime time ritual, your downslope ritual. So now, for example, when I sit in my car and I'm traveling and I'm in a place like Bombay where traffic conditions are bad, you could have an unduly long traffic jam. So I have about three things which are my rituals. I'll first delete all my extra messages, clear a lot of my memory on the phone, etc. So I know that this is a list of three, four things. I don't have to refer to a list. It is there ingrained here that when I'm in a traffic jam and I've got no calls to make and I've got a little time to relax, I'll even close my eyes and relax if I've not had good enough a sleep that I wanted to. And then I will just do all this. So that becomes my traffic ritual. Enjoy these rituals. Use the time wave, and there's a separate video on the time wave with a video within the video. And I would like you to have a look at that. See the link in the description if you want to have a look at that. And then, if you really want to use all these in a very methodical way and set your goals properly, then join me next Saturday on Zoom at 4:30 to 7:30, and the registration link is also given in the description below. Thank you very much. If you liked it, please share this video with your friends. Let them also benefit. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and continue watching every day at 5 p.m. Thank you very much. Bye.